Okay, so apparently my first intro was consumed by the void, but I will try once again. Welcome back, everyone, to the 2019 edition of the Catch World Cup, this semi-final stage coming to a close this weekend. We got Hong Kong versus the United States, the last match of the finals up for you today. I'm JB Hyperion, and I'm joined by, wow, two people have just made an appearance in the commentary booth. We're gonna have to work out who's doing what, guys. I have Quijibo and Elux. Are you guys alive? Are you guys dead?
Yeah, I'm here.
I was about to take over, but if you guys are both available and ready, you may want to go ahead and do that. That's fine by me. Let me know what you want to do. Sorry, it's all very tiring, and we've been up. The three of us have been up a lot of the weekend thus far. Some silly hours, but we're trying our best.
I'm still well rested. Woke up at 1 PM this afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty well rested myself.
Okay, well, in which case, I think I will let you guys take over for this one, and I've got some map pool showcase studying to do for, which is immediately after this match. So, sorry to anyone who was wanting to hear me, but you have two other fantastic commentators in Elux and Quijibo to take you through this one. Is that okay?
This brackets. So in the winners brackets.
You have a good one, JBH. Go do some map pool studies.
I'll be back in about an hour,
fun.
maybe two, depending on how long this one goes.
No worries.
Whoa, as JB
So, in the winners bracket is
I'm Elux,
China.
and I am now joined by Quijibo here. So,
gonna be commentating this.
You good there, Quijibo?
Yeah. So, looks like we're gonna be starting the Camellia World Cup quite early here.
Indeed it does. And my actual favorite map in the map pool so far, because it features Nanahira, and I am a huge Nanahira fan, so some people love her, some people hate her.
Yeah.
What can you do? So, match predictions. What do you think we're gonna see here? Both two really strong teams with the United States and...
Oh, this could be flipped either way. I think we're gonna see a tiebreaker. Maybe I just want to see a tiebreaker, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna see a tiebreaker. Maybe. I mean, America does still have a very strong lineup. Hong Kong. Well, they do also have a strong lineup. I'd maybe favor America's lineup this time.
Visible confusion going on? Oh, nope, there we go. My stream on my end was malfunctioning for a little bit, but it is all set now. Had me confused for a split second. Yeah, I had a transformer kind of blow up on me last night, and everything still isn't 100% back up to what it should be, but so far we're going strong. Nothing's failed on me yet.
Did see you mention that. How did it manage to just blow up out of the blue like that?
Oh, well, if it's anything like the last time that happened, somebody was really drunk and threw a hunking piece of metal up there, so...
Oh my god, that's... How... That's some, shenanigans. I don't know. I don't usually get up to that sort of thing when I get drunk. But to each their own.
Yeah, it just seems like every now and then where I live, a transformer decides to blow up. It is actually a pretty common occurrence.
Get a neighborhood watch or something? Common occurrence. Can't be a good thing. And can't be an accident either.
Oh no, people have been starting to get fined for a lot of it. Because the electrical company is actually able to go in the same night or same day that it happens and figure out what caused it. That, and also a lot of people are going to be there as witnesses and everything.
Yeah. I was gonna say they'd get fined for not investigating that sort of thing if people just kept getting away with it. Undissolved parts of cappuccino. Delicious. What are your roll predictions for this one?
Well, yesterday with US versus Brazil, I didn't get the numbers right, but I somehow got my first roll prediction correct with Brazil winning that. I'm still not sure how that happened, as I usually get them all wrong, but I'm going to say that US is going to win this roll. It's going to be 82-58.
I'm thinking Hong Kong might take the roll, honestly. Hong Kong maybe 44, US 23. Chino, Depresso. Drink much Depresso. When I do drink Depresso.
And did Soigetsu fail the warm-up map?
Yeah, it looks like it.
And now it's time for the roll. See if I actually got right for once.
Yeah.
So touch me with a 12. That is not folding well so far.
See on the roll. Oh, Chicken Bible swatted him. Nope. I roll.
Either way,
Lefty
would win.
Yeah.
And looks like I'm on a roll with my
United
predictions.
States,
So far.
just as predicted.
Guess you could say I'm on a roll with those roll predictions so far. I'm 2 in a row right now. US winning that roll.
Yeah. I'm still yet to get a roll wrong. As I predicted. Take Hong Kong 23-12.
And Chicken Bible saying that the US is going to be picking the map first, which touched me. Will quickly respond to an Evans ban, our HD3 pick.
People don't like Evans. Seen Evans played once.
And overall, it is a really smart move by Hong Kong to go ahead and ban a hidden map against the United States, who has a really strong hidden lineup.
You know, Lexi and Zach. Lexi not happy about Evans getting banned. But at least Drop Pop Candy was not banned, so we at least get to hear Drop Pop at some point.
And watch, Chicken Bible is going to end up 14 missing his own map and catch World Cups again.
Yeah.
And
It looks
they
like
are
they're
going
banning-
to ban Grief and Malice.
Not gonna have any more Kiars in the chat now.
Well, Kuijibo, looks like we're safe from doing our best Kia.
Yeah. It was not
Of
having
course.
the
And
highest
what
of pitch voices, so I can do a very high Kia if I wanted to.
And what other maps will Chicken Bible choose to start off this match other than Drop Pop Candy, the map that we were just talking
Yeah.
about?
So it looks like we're not going to see Zach here, but Chicken Bible, Rossald, and Lexi.
And Time
Four.
Series is going to be that third Hong Kong player to come into
Yeah.
the line.
Along with Touch Me and Kyoka Suigetsu. 24 gang.
And Chicken Bible not going to be playing his own map.
It looks like we
think
will
he
see
doesn't
Zach.
want. Think he doesn't want to deal with the backlash from the Twitch chat
Well,
again after
yeah.
that 14 miss last time. He got brutalized by everyone in the chat.
'24 return when? Looks like we got 224 gang in the chat too. Looks like Sugetsu and Zach both had early misses. Sugetsu missing earlier, but missing again, so... About to say advantage to Hong Kong, it goes back to USA. And Lexi gonna miss though. Touch Me and Zach gonna trade Rossald missing and Time Series combo here.
Lexi end up
Dropping
finding
yet
another
again.
miss. Time Series gonna play
Series.
that.
The US is gonna take that back now. Time Series has lost his combo.
And Touch Me, the biggest current combo on the side of Hong Kong, is going to drop, followed by Time Series. That is going to give full advantage to the United States here.
That's
as
really opening up a
and
large
Lexi
score gap.
Going to drop as well. Zach, the only one with the 200 combo mark on the board, and
Zach
he
gonna
drops
drop?
as well. Just gonna not say anything else for the rest of this map, lest I curse anyone else.
Think it might be too late for Hong Kong, even with Sugetsu's 250 combo right now. I mean, it is closing, but there's just not enough time, and he's gonna drop at the end. Yeah, about 100,000. The damage just done too early.
First point on the board for the United States, and guess you could say I have been taking notes from JBH as my cursentating was on point that match. Just about as soon as I would mention a player, they would miss.
Ouch. F this man.
Just gonna take a look at that beautiful splash screen real quick.
ASI Lamborghini is the next pick. What mod bracket is this in?
It's in the flashlight mod bracket.
Oh, okay. Just got that bracket.
And they have the optional choice of whether or not they want to choose relax in the flashlight mod bracket.
Relaxing to KSI Lamborghini. Our pick by Touch Me, home pick, Yonaka Jikaru, Rain DT, 3.
And in the last match that the United States had in this map pool, they did not see any double time map pick, and this time they're having to go with a double time map right off the bat with Hong Kong's choice.
Yeah, right after playing a hidden map too. A low AR hidden map with low object density. So Suigetsu and Russell missing straight up right at the start here. Kendall missing a bit as well. And everyone's already up to 200 combo.
Just gotta wait for Kendall to pick up the pace. And Suigetsu finding yet another miss.
Ooh,
and Russell as well. Latifa finding a miss. That leaves only Chicken Bible and Touch Me with full combos as Kendall and Suigetsu trading misses again.
West is gonna hold a small advantage at the moment. If Hong Kong can just hold on to a bit more combo for a while, maybe they can pull it back, but US is the one holding all the power right now as their combos are all above 200. It was only at about 130. Really need a change in this second half, otherwise US is going to take this second point. And Kendall's going to miss.
Suigetsu and Touch Me. There are no more full combos on the side of Hong Kong as Touch Me ends up dropping. That leaves Chicken Bible, who just missed and lost his full combo.
Kendall. Suigetsu going to miss, Kendall going to miss. Latifa holding.
As Russell finds a miss, it is all on Latifa. Can Latifa hold? As the score starts flipping and Touch Me catches back up for that 200 combo. And it looks as if Hong Kong is going to steal this point at the end of the map.
Touch Me looked like he missed at the end as well, but very solid effort for Hong Kong in the second half.
We see the graph on Latifa-sama's side dropping down to failing at one point in the map. Hong Kong's just lucky that that wasn't towards the end and it was instead in the beginning.
Kendall with 28 misses. Looked like he had a bit of a rough time on this one. Wouldn't expect that from Kendall either. Kendall's a pretty good player in most areas.
Well, it is still around 10 a.m. It's still around 10 a.m. in the United States, so depending on where Kendall lives, I am on the East Coast right now, so I am currently in the closest time zone to UTC, so depending on where Kendall lives, it could be even earlier for him. That and the nerves of playing in a tournament while on a double time pick just does not hold well.
If he got to bed before midnight last night and got up at about 8ish, even 7:30, such a case, it might not be sleep deprived, but have not known many Osu players to follow a regular sleep schedule.
Well, I can certainly tell you that I do not follow a good sleep schedule.
Yeah, not enough hours in a day.
Part of that is also because I have insomnia from the military, but I digress.
Yeah, that'll do it to you as well. We're gonna get into our third map now. Mirage Garden. The hidden pick. America going back to what they know. Russell missing straight away though.
Yes, that is going to give Hong Kong a slight advantage right now in the beginning of this match. As Latifa finding a miss when they're hitting that 100 combo mark, that is going to give the advantage back to the United States. And Lexi finding a miss as well, being traded off by Latifa.
Shmi and Chicken Bible are going to try misses as well. Sugetsu Kyoka, the only full combo left.
But Latifa-sama did find a miss along with Chicken Bible and Touch Me, while Lexi did not. And Chicken Bible trades it right back.
Timing for Chicken Bible's miss is not as bad as the timing for Touch Me's miss. So he sends it straight back to US, and Latifa gonna add on to that as well with his own miss. Sugetsu, the standalone combo, and the only full combo left in this match.
So Sugetsu saying, if my other teammates are gonna keep dropping, I'm gonna continue full comboing.
Latifa gonna drop more as well. Me kind of recovering a bit at the moment. US just quite strong on hidden right now.
Russell
missed
with Latifa, and Lexi triple miss by the United States. And this is gonna allow Hong Kong to catch back up.
Missing again, Latifa-sama gonna trade with him though.
Unfortunately, due to Latifa-sama now
touch me dropping.
It is not going to give
Lexi
Hong Kong that much of an advantage, as Rossord now catches back up to that 200 combo mark to stop the bleeding and keep the United States ahead.
Still assessing at this point. Work.
And Chicken Bible is going to miss as soon as he hits that 200 combo mark. That is going to give advantage to Hong Kong. And they are starting to turn this around as you see that score differential.
Touch Me dropping just as he gets back up to 200 combo. Not good for Hong Kong, but they do still have two combos above 200. Latifa dropping, but now US have two combos above 200. So Getsu gonna drop, and there's
the full combo.
Big damage.
And that is going to give a break for the United States as they are all above that 200 combo mark. As soon as I say that, Lexi, Getsu, and Chicken Bible are going to be missing. But Rossord is there to hold on and match Latifa with that 200 combo mark.
Yeah.
Unless we see a failure from the United States. this point is going to go to the United States. Just as soon as Hong Kong was about to flip the score, they end up finding a few unfortunate misses.
Unstuck a lot, just Hong Kong seeming to struggle to build up combo quite a lot throughout this. Tsuigetsu. Only the 2 miss. Latifah and Touch Me both about 15-16 misses apiece. Chicken Bible with the 12 miss. The US just outperforming them in this case.
Tsuigetsu trying its best to be the anchor for Hong Kong in that map, but unfortunately they were not able to pull away with it.
Well, although they do at least have a point on the board. In their earlier match with the US, kept completely pointless. Not something you wanna, not a position you wanna be in any sort of match.
And Hong Kong is going to answer right back with our DT1 pick. LDN Noise, my show.
Everyone just playing their mod pools. DT for Hong Kong, hidden for United States, but what's going to happen when they exhaust those mod brackets? It's only 4 maps each respectively. That's not going to last forever.
And will we be seeing Kendall coming back in for the United States with this double time pick? Or will we be seeing someone else? And it is indeed Kendall.
Looks like we're getting started soon. Got the MP starting in the chat, and we're about to start.
And it would appear that Kendall is not going to be using that hidden modifier here this time around.
Maybe just throwing him off a bit in the last map. And add any, because it doesn't add a multiplier bonus. It's really not that much point to using it.
And a triple miss right off the bat for the United States, as Latifah-sama, the only one on Hong Kong missing in that section.
Oh, Tsuigetsu gonna miss again, but
Touch Me, still holding on to that full combo.
yeah, Chicken Bubble gonna miss again. Russell is above 200, and he's gonna miss.
Kendall slowly making his way back up to that 200 combo mark, helped stop the bleeding a little bit for the United States. As Tsuigetsu gets up to 200 combo, misses. Is currently combo advantage in favor of the United States. As Russell
and the
says,
score is
you know
about
what?
to go. Ooh.
Russell said, you know what? We don't want this combo advantage right now. We're gonna take them in the second half.
We're having the classic nice fight. You take the combo. No, you take the combo.
And Touch Me is going to drop his full combo.
Kendall gonna drop too. Looks like Hong Kong will still hold a little bit of advantage right now. Chicken Bible gonna miss.
Touch Me catching back up to that 200 combo mark as Chicken Bible finds yet another miss.
Are gonna miss, but at this point it's Hong Kong's point, honestly. They're ahead by about 100,000 right now. close to 200,000, I think.
Hong Kong with
Gonna
another
take that one.
dominant
100
performance on double time.
158,000 points for that win right there. And United States is going to have the pick now. Will they take that last hidden though? Alt Mirabelle is open.
So with the United
realizing
States strong hidden team, they only have one hidden pick left, while Hong Kong has 2 double time picks left.
I was
So
about
one
to
of those
point
could
that
go
out
away.
myself.
Yeah, so one of those double time picks could go away in an upcoming ban if Hong Kong does hit 3 points.
Yeah, that is true. So they could just square it out then. We're taking the time on this pick. So yeah, they are going to go with Alt Mirabelle, the diff map.
Good on Lexi and Russell there to NP the map to let us know that they do indeed have the map downloaded. Would have never known that they were listening to Alt Mirabelle.
I mean, anyone's guess as to what they could have had on. Oh dear. Should have left this room cold. Getting a yawn. Tifa, Touch Me, and Sugetsu. Looks like only going to change between the US as they're going to swap out Kendall for Lexi. This is the first time I've seen Alt Mirabelle in any of the matches. I did miss one, that just didn't happen.
As we start to get more into the condensed section,
gonna miss.
Sugetsu, as soon as they hit that 200 combo mark, that is one of the worst places that you want to miss. And Rossold is going to trade that miss, but it's not going to hurt the United States as much as that was before Sugetsu caught up with that 200 combo.
Touch Me,
And
Latifa, and Sugetsu missing.
everyone but Rossold and
The
Lexi
SS.
gonna miss on that part. Lexi, the only one with a full combo left on the board.
This pick looking like quite the smart pick for the US. Lexi still assessing this. Strong.
So on the other side, Touch Me and Lakifa Sama having a rough go around with this map as they're still under that 200 combo mark. And Rossold is gonna finally break once again. Followed by Chicken Bite.
Oh, Lexi. Oh, Lexi drops
Lexi.
hard.
Oh! He's able to build back up though,
Yeah.
but he's dropping hard again.
Be enough though. US making that lead massive in the early game, giving them a bit of comfort room to miss if they needed to. Boy, did that
Lexi
come in handy.
almost
Lexi with
having a heart
15
attack.
miss.
Lexi ended up failing there for a little bit. He's
Yeah.
just lucky that that wasn't a few seconds further into the map. Otherwise, he possibly would have failed out of the map and it would have been a point for Hong Kong. With that, though, the United States is ahead 3-2. It's Hong Kong's span.
And the hidden pool is exhausted, so
They might.
they're just
I can see Hong Kong going to ban Saturn. I can see them banning Saturn, as they know that Chicken Bible, Rossold, and Lexi can hold their own on Hard Rock.
looks like they're gonna ban imprinting.
Well, I was. Wait.
Wait,
Wait.
what? Get to ban first.
Okay, so Touch Me is indeed banning imprinting. Or are they picking to play in? I'm confused at this point right now. Are they banning or picking imprinting?
Looks like they're picking imprinting. I
But
don't know.
what map are they banning then?
Got us baffled. But they are quite lucky it is their pick and ban.
Touch Me's doing me a confused right now.
JBH saying that the ban does come first. Banning crystallized. Did have a very close call with Taiwan on crystallized. I believe they only just won in the spinner. It's 1,400 points, so maybe not wanting that sort of close call again.
Ooh, and we're gonna see Kendall coming
Meeting.
in and Lexi dipping out.
Kendall gonna be their third high AR player.
We're gonna see
And-
no substitutes on the side of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, an unchanged team. They are a about to start on imprinting by.
Key players in this map you want to watch out for are Chicken Bible and Touch Me. Both are really fearsome players when it comes to Hard Rock.
Yeah, Touch Me setting a lot of impressive Hard Rock scores on a lot
But
of
looks
maps.
like I cursed Chicken Bible as he is going to find an early miss along with Soigetsu.
Not gonna miss it as well. Hong Kong with early advantage, although yeah, Suigetsu's miss. Oh, Latifa missing.
And Soigetsu. Triple
His
miss by
catcher
the
went
United
loose.
States.
And Touch Me showing off his prowess a little bit here. Oh, Touch Me dropping incredibly hard. Under dashing something and it's cost him
He's
a bunch
barely
of notes.
catching back up there as we saw his HP bar drop all the way down to failing.
Yeah, not what you want to see, but no one having the combo advantage.
At
that
this
he
point,
could miss, but Hong Kong have it back now.
as soon as a player gets that combo advantage up, they find an unfortunate miss.
Yeah.
Touch Me, the only one with above a 200 combo right now, followed shortly by Rossold.
Means Hong Kong are able to hold it a little bit. Just seeing as they weren't able to gain much advantage earlier on. Touch Me gonna drop again, trading with Kendall and Chicken Bible. But Suigetsu and Latifa holding. Kendall gonna drop together too.
And Kendall is just going to fail out of the map.
Not good
And
for
that is
US.
a clear and decisive victory by Hong Kong by
Hong
over
Kong
1 million points with that failure by Kendall.
completely crushing the US in that Hard Rock pick. And I'm thinking that United States will not want to see much Hard Rock after that.
It appears that Kendall is not having a good day today so far in this match.
Yeah, could just be the nerves getting the best of him.
We've seen it before, nerves ruining even the best players.
That's true.
Well, it's the United States fan and pick. And Rossold possibly suggesting they ban out the ref.
Ouch! Well, yeah, when there's no ref, they can't ref. They can use all the steel chairs they want.
No, that's a bold strategy, Grijibo. Let's see how it plays out for them.
Yeah, waiting until your opponent has their back turned and just clocking them with a steel chair. Pick them up, throw them through the announcer table.
What is this? WWE wrestling now?
Yeah. Bury them under a few steel steps. And
Someone
Ted
just
has
pulls the ladder out of
subscribed with
nowhere.
Twitch Prime. Thank you for the subscription.
Still waiting on this ban coming from the United States. And Chicken Bible, oh, it's gonna ban me.
I mean, satisfying. That's a lot of me's to listen to.
188 to be exact.
188 me's. That's
188.
That's more than the Nintendo will allow you to store, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was at work one day, and I got really bored when I was watching the map pool showcase, and decided to look up the lyrics of the map, and did not realize that phones have a search option. So I physically counted out each individual me.
Oh no.
Yes, it was. I don't know why I did that, but I did.
I mean, you occupied your time at least. The next pick is gonna be me and you. On into the no mod pool for the first time this match. It's been all mods up till now. This map in particular proving the odd challenge to even some of the best players. It's just getting tired towards the end of the map, dropping a little bit. We'll see if anyone gets tired this time. Whether everyone can keep the nerve and keep fatigue out of that.
We hit the 200 combo mark, and no player so far has dropped. As soon as I say that, Sorgetsu.
It's gotta be a level up for the cursitating.
Got a notification on my screen. I just hit cursitating level 5.
And Latifah gonna miss too. Oh,
And
Latifah
another.
missing again. Is off the keyboard or something during that break. It's a very costly thing you can do, but it's so easy to just see a break comes up and then to just go from the keyboard.
Well, it definitely could have been a lot worse as Latifah found that miss as Sorgetsu hit that 200 combo mark.
Lexi and Russell still holding SS along with Touch Me. C's on the USA side, 1FC on Hong Kong, US dominant right now. Let's see if they can hold on to one or two of them during this last section.
And Latifah's gonna drop again. Latifah
looking
dropping again.
Strong right now. Would have a three-way FC. Closing out. And no one's showing signs of letting up. Lexi gonna drop though. Lexi dropping a little bit more, but Russell and Chicken Bible. C's. Russell gonna SS along with Touch Me. Chicken Bible FCing, and US are gonna take that by about 100,000 points.
Well, you weren't wrong. It was a three-way FC. It just didn't have 3 full combos on the side of the United States.
It weren't 3 US flags, only 2.
Now, with Hong Kong being really dominant so far in double time, you would have to expect them to go with that.
I think Hong Kong will stick to mods at this point after the US just did that.
Ooh, and they are going with Hard Rock Saturn.
Yeah. They've got enough mod picks left to get them to 6 points too, so they do not have to play no mod.
See Lexi dropping out.
Yeah. Interesting to see who they'll bring in. Maybe they're gonna try and get Kendall back in. We haven't seen Kurisu yet.
Well, I do know Karisu has been doing some other stuff, as on the Discord side of things does not appear to be online right now. So he always could just be hiding. And Lexi just had to take a quick breather after that last map and deciding to come back in.
Getting a quick hard rock practice in there.
Okay, crap. How does that beginning go again really quick? That's what I was thinking, Andrew. Yeah, Karisu over at the beach right now with his mom, relaxing, drinking martinis and margaritas in the sun. But is he catching some really amazing fruit? I don't think so. So who's really having the better time here, huh?
Yeah. Hopefully that margarita he's drinking. Tomato sauce and mozzarella.
A margarita and mozzarella. That sounds like a terrible combination.
I'm talking about, like, you get your margarita pizza, you chuck it in a blender, shred it, and drink it like it's a shake.
Sounds disgusting.
Oh,
So,
I'm
what
sure
what
it
exactly
wouldn't
do
taste
you
much.
put in that? So, what exactly do you put in that blender? You said.
Oh, just a slice of margarita pizza.
So, I guess you're gonna find an early miss there.
It's kind of playing into US advantage a little bit.
Lexi
but it is
gonna
early
find a
game.
miss as well.
Bit more costly too. We are first quarter, so it's not a long map. It's only about a minute 45, roughly. Russell and Lexi gonna miss together. Tifa, Chicken Bible, and Touch Me all still assessing. This is what Hong Kong wants.
And
Touch
Touch
Me
Me
gonna
is
drop.
gonna find a miss. Latifa as
Oh,
well.
Latifa.
Chicken Bible. The lone full combo on Sad.
Suigetsu was above 200 combo, so at least they had someone there to sort of keep the combo. And Lexi gonna miss again.
So Igetsu is
They're
gonna miss
drop. US are gonna take this ever so close towards US's favor, and unless US drop bad. Now US are gonna take it. You can see the scores getting ever so close. Oh, Lexi and Russell! Just as the score was about to turn, Sugetsu Kyoka. Gonna miss with them as well.
And
But-
Hong Kong gonna barely squeeze by that.
Hong Kong just in the nick of time. Freaking Bible SSing too.
The score may have been 93,000, but it was just a split second away from being in favor of the United States.
Oh man. More excitement than they were looking forward to, I'm guessing.
So, we've been seeing this match going back and forth for the whole time, so
Tiebreaker win.
possible tiebreaker hype.
Ready for it. 4-4. Still haven't heard the tiebreaker yet. Ooh, we're gonna see Kodama now. And Russell FC'd this. He double S'd it in the match against Brazil. Replicate that result now. If he is able to make a repeat of earlier's S, that is gonna do a lot for US. Maybe even bring them that 5th point.
Us Camellia World Cup is now back in session.
Yes.
So let's see. We have the Camellia World Cup that needs to happen, where it's just nothing but Camellia maps, and we have the High School Musical World Cup that needs to happen as well.
Nothing but Zac Efron. We are getting started. Quite late here in Australia. It's 1 AM.
After that spinner, slight advantage on the side of Hong Kong.
Oh no. Oh, Sugetsu gonna make it.
And Lexi,
Miss.
both missed on
Similar
that.
fashion. Oh, Russell gonna lose that SS.
Same with Chicken Bible, as Hong Kong has full control as of right now. Lexi approaching that 200 combo to try and help stop the bleeding. There is still plenty of math left to be played though.
Oh, Touch Me gonna miss now. Latifah's still holding combo though.
With that miss from Touch Me, it's gonna give slight advantage. slight advantage on the side of the United States. That's
double
Latifa
miss.
and Suigetsu and Chicken Bible finding miss.
Also
Russell
missing
ended
as
up-
well.
Lexi as well, just when the United States had a combo advantage, it shattered.
Looks like this first half of the map has gone to Hong Kong. There's about a 30,000 point difference at the moment.
Yeah, about 32,000, 32,600 some point difference. And Hong Kong gonna have a slight combo advantage here.
One missing in the split. Oops.
We are approaching the final fourth of the map. The United States is going to need to see a couple drops from Hong Kong to get back into this.
This last section not really all that hard. I mean, it is still a bit missable, but in comparison to the first half, it's a lot more tame. No one missing on any of the streams yet.
And
Oh,
Latifa is
miss.
gonna be the miss. Can the United States pull back? Map is slowly ending. I do not think that they are gonna have time to pull this around.
Yeah, no, that is going to be Hong Kong's point.
7,774 point.
This margin.
And just like that, Hong Kong is in control of this match.
5 points to 4, and that is the first point taken opponent's pick in this match so far.
And you gotta think, Hong Kong still has a few Hard Rock maps to pick.
And the
still
DT.
They still have the DT pick. They're looking like they can end up closing this out.
Can count US out just yet, but it certainly does have a way to close this match. Hong Kong going straight into Hard Rock.
No more Hard Rock picks left on the board.
Kai Saikere Rhythm.
And the United States are gonna have to summon every ounce in their being to be able to come back and win this Hard Rock pick.
Yeah, the purple Hard Rock pick. That's exactly right. Looks like Lexi is going to stay in for this Hard Rock pick as well. Losing is more fun in the long run.
I don't think that's how it works there, Chris, but you do you, man. Personally, I think winning is a lot more fun.
Yeah. At least it's a little bit more fun than losing.
And Kendall is gonna come in with Lexi being taken out.
Ah yes, we will see Kendall again. Or maybe just a bit more confident than Lexi is on this one.
If you are rooting for the United States or for that tiebreaker, the United States needs your energy, chat. They need everything that you can send them.
We're about to get started once the client syncs up. And here we go.
And so
Let's
guess
get
who?
coked up.
This. And with another early miss as well. As we're approaching that 200 combo mark, that is going to give the United States advantage off the bat, though it is a longer map.
3 minutes. 3 minutes 11 seconds for this map. And double miss for USA.
As Sorgetsu also follows up with a miss.
No missing again.
Score is going to be flipping over back in favor of Hong Kong right now, but the United States are not out of it yet, as Latifah-sama breaks his full combo.
Was getting to 200 as well, so it's very good timing for the US. US does pull Hong Kong's point here, it'll level it out at about
Bible is going to find a miss as well. Triple miss from the United
just
States.
Lost their combos. As they were holding enough combos, and now Hong Kong all above 200 combos. Sugetsu though gonna drop.
But he's gonna trade that off with Kendall, who also found a
Kendall,
miss. And
Kendall
another
dropping
one.
more though.
Touch Me is gonna drop as well. And it's going to give the United States a small combo advantage here. As Sorgetsu and Kendall trade off, that is going to be more detrimental to Hong Kong as Rosshold finds another drop.
Rosshold and Kendall dropping the Sugetsu. So Hong Kong slowly increasing that advantage of theirs as Latifah and Touch Me both above 200 combo and keeping it that way. Chicken Bible above... Chicken Bible at about 450. His team, but it doesn't look like anyone's on side with him at the moment. Kendall missing yet again. Touch Me gonna miss as well.
Dangerously low. And no more combo on the side of Hong Kong. The United States has a chance to pull this around.
And Rosshold above 200 combo. Chicken Bible at 600 combo. Chicken Bible dropping.
Followed by Touch Me. They still have a chance to turn this around, though. With that miss from Kendall, that is all but done.
Oh, double miss. Latifah and Sugetsu. Oh, it was close, but about 40,000 points.
For that drop by Chicken Bible, the United States could have had that point. Hong Kong just collapsed at the end, but the United States could not take advantage of it.
Yeah, both teams struggling a little bit here and there, but Hong Kong just had that little advantage. We are at 6 points to 4. There's still a little bit of room for United States to pull back 2 more points. And it is their pick right now, so maybe they can do something. It looks like they are going to stick with no mod, going for MTU Marionette. On cake. Not how I like my cake, but to each their own.
MTU hype.
Actually, what does a lawn cake taste like?
I assume it tastes like a bunch of grass and or poo, depending on if you have a pet or not.
Or whether your neighbors like letting their pets loose on your lawn. Suppose it's lucky for me I don't have a lawn then.
And
Otherwise I'd have
neighbors?
some beaten neighbors.
And here we go. The United States face elimination from OzCatch 2019.
This is the pressure that they need to perform under, though.
Well, it's just
Will it
like
crack
Russell
them?
said. It's just like Russell said.
Uh,
More fun in the long.
I mean, you says just like Russell said, I went straight back to the lawn cake.
I mean, that too. As AJ Styles is going to be finding a number of misses there in the beginning.
This is
And Russell
what US wants.
and trade it back. But triple miss on the side of Hong Kong.
Yeah, and Lexi and Chicken Bible still assessing to miss again. I think Russell missed somewhere in there too. His combo just getting up to 100 again.
He's gonna miss there
Missing
again.
once more.
But Sorgetsu is gonna trade that out. The United States are rallying a comeback, being ahead by over 300,000 points and still growing.
This is really their
Sorgetsu
element
and AJ
right now.
Styles finding even more misses. The United States saying, we are not out of this yet, as Chicken Bible almost failing there.
Ooh, they might have been out of it for a second if Chicken Bible had failed though. And Lexi gonna SS.
The United States saying, no, we are not out of this yet. We are bringing that tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker hype. I've seen in previous matches and previous World Cups that US can perform on a tiebreaker. Actually
Russell
defeating
what is
China
love?
last year on a tiebreaker.
And of course, we all saw it coming. Hong Kong choosing that last double time pick.
Yeah. Rather
We
predictable
all saw it
fashion.
coming.
Still can take the point here. They are capable. Even if Hong Kong is a bit stronger on these DT picks, it's not impossible by any means. We've seen 275 so far, and looking like history is going to repeat itself.
Oh god, I leaned back in my chair, forgetting that I have the lean back lever pulled out so I can go all the way back, and I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh, that's brilliant. Imagine having a comfort lever that lets you do that.
Yeah, my heart skipped a beat there. I thought I was
Going
thought
on.
my life was gonna be commentating Oscatch World Cup. Wouldn't be a bad way to go out, but not the way I want to go out. The United States, still deciding on that third player.
Looks like we do have all our players in. AJ Styles, Latifa, and Touch Me for Hong Kong. Russell, Chicken Bible, and Kendall for USA.
And it appears that Kendall will be the third player for the United States. Chat, send your power, send your energy team to whatever team you want to win. They need your energy, whether it's Hong Kong or the United States. This is a close match.
AJ Styles is going to be
Styles.
missing. US with the early
Chicken
advantage.
Bible.
Chicken Bible going to
Brady.
throw that advantage back to Hong Kong though. Gone.
And
Touch Me gonna
Me
miss
is
though.
gonna
That's
miss.
very costly.
We're
Again, as
approaching
we are about to
halfway.
get halfway.
The United States in control of this map, but we still have an entire half to play yet.
But at the moment, they're mounting a second win. They're rallying. They're going for that
AJ
6
Styles
point.
is gonna miss.
Touch Me missing again too.
Kendall
Kendall
is
gonna miss
gonna
as
drive.
well, but
But he's gonna
big
catch
combos.
right back
Latifa
up there as
Sama.
Latifa. The United States
Still
is
holding the
rallying
combo.
a comeback here on double time. The
Kababa
map,
drops, but he's not the only one.
the map playlist double time that they struggled with against Hong Kong. They are mounting a comeback and are looking to throw this into a tiebreaker here in our semifinals matchup.
It looks like we are gonna see a tiebreaker in our
Ladies and
last
gentlemen, we are
semifinals
going
match.
to see a tiebreaker. The United States
tiebreaker.
rallying a comeback.
Tiebreaker hype.
Kendall showing
Symphony
us
of the Night.
Kendall showing us that, yeah, he may have struggled a little bit on, but really showing what he was made of as he only finds that one miss.
Guillotine with the FC. Now we get to see the tiebreaker.
And Crowley is in the chat to see his map being played.
Crowley waited. Was it worth the wait? I think so. Looks like we're gonna see Russell, Lexi, and Chicken Bible for US, and Sugetsu Kyoka, Touch Me, and Latifa Sama for Hong Kong in this tiebreaker.
Well, it looks like the United States has Crowley support, as Crowley is telling Chicken Bible that the United States better win.
Yeah.
And if you have the Mappers support, are you really gonna lose?
I don't know. Russell is listening to Swans, so a different tiebreaker to us.
I can indeed confirm that he is listening to Swan.
Where did he get those swans, though? That's what I want to know.
This is like the Indonesia match last year. For those of you who did not watch Osketch World Cup 2018, the United States in quarterfinals won their tiebreaker match against China, sending China to the losers bracket for the first time, and in semifinals going against Indonesia and winning a tiebreaker against them. History is repeating itself here in Osketch World Cup 2019 semifinals as the United States once again finds themselves in a tiebreaker situation.
And they have shown that they can perform during tiebreakers as well. So if I'm Hong Kong, I'd feel a tiny bit anxious right now.
And here we go, the moment of truth.
Final map, and Lexi gonna opt to go with Hidden for this tiebreaker.
Honestly, does not surprise me out of Lexi. He really loves playing with Hidden.
Yeah. Pick it over No Mod on a tournament tiebreaker.
That just shows you how confident he is in his Hidden abilities.
Yeah, no doubt. We're seeing him play firsthand. Can definitely vouch for that.
Hong Kong or United States?
Oh, Latifa!
Latifa dropping at that 200 combo. It is a long match, but
96% for a minute there.
the teams need your energy, chat. Send in who you want to win. They need your energy. They need it all.
And Latifa, dropping more just before he gets back up to 98%.
And Latifa failing there for a split second. Latifa is choking under the pressure as Sugetsu follows up with a miss. Lexi gonna miss as well, but is catching right back up there.
Oh, Latifa dropping more. This is not good in early stages. A lot, and he's down to 96.4%.
Lexi catching back up to that 200 combo mark for the United States.
Still got 3 SS's on the board too. Touch Me, Rustled, and Chicken Bible.
Again, this is just not Latifa's map. And it is the worst map to struggle on too. Lexi finding a miss to trade it out.
They are quite a distance apart at the moment though. They're really going to need some more misses from the US, and Latifa's really going to need to hold on now.
Touch Me.
Is he going to miss?
Keep his team in this.
Yeah, Sugetsu built up a
And
nice
Chicken
combo.
Bible is going to find a
Bible
miss and drop
heavy.
down to fail.
And a 99.2 off of an SS. Looks like Latifa has recovered a bit.
So this is in a slower section, so
Yeah.
the United States built up a little bit.
Oh, Latifa's still under the S though. That is not good, and you can see it quite visibly in the scores. He is flying quite low.
And if you're the United States, if you wanted a miss to happen, it would be right. It would be right before this section, as those drops are slightly less points than actual fruit. So Hong Kong not going to be able to fully capitalize on the misses from the United States, as everyone now is back up to that 200 combo.
Yeah.
And Touch Me, dropping his double S, but still maintaining the full combo. And Latifa with a huge drop, missing an entire note section.
Almost falling under 98% again. Having a good time right now. He's really going to want to recover, but he's dropping more.
We are approaching the final 25% of the map.
That's just showing off their tiebreaker ability right now.
And Lexi
gonna drop.
And Latifa dropping as well.
We've got two FCs apiece. Russelled and Touch Me, both still FCing. Russelled with the SS. And Touch Me looking like he hasn't dropped anything since earlier with that little droplet miss. Oh, Lexi dropping, Latifa dropping. Oh, Latifa.
And Chicken Bible is going to drop down to failing.
Oh,
and Russell loses his full combo.
Latifa dropping more though, no matter what US is doing right now. It's just been decided though.
And that is going to do it.
The US.
Chicken Bible plate dances there at the end. The US is going to win despite all odds being down, with Hong Kong picking their two best mod pools. The US came back despite all odds to win in tiebreaker.
Touch Me with what, one or two droplet misses, if that. FCing.
Touch Me holding his team in that with the full combo, but unfortunately it was not enough as Hong Kong is out of this tournament. So they did give us quite a match to go out on.
And they had an amazing performance throughout this tournament as well. They should definitely be proud of how far they've come this year. Looking forward to do even better next year.
Oh man, what a match.
Yeah. Is the showcase straight after this? So you can see here we've got our previews for next week: China versus Korea, Chile versus USA, France and Mexico. Our 6 remaining teams, and those are going to be some brutal matches. Things are going to get really heavy.
I think the match that everyone is excited to see is that China versus South Korea match.
You're facing off. They haven't met yet, and here they are.
The most anticipated match in the entire tournament so far. And they're meeting in winners finals week. That is going to be a match.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll wait for that one.
So
Some
another
of these
match.
other matches: France, Mexico, Chile, USA.
Honestly, even though France is looking pretty dominant, that Mexican team, they're looking scarier and scarier as the tournament progresses. They struggled in group stages, but now they knocked out Philippines, and almost everyone would have thought that the Philippines would have had that, but France is not out of the water. They're going to have a tough matchup, and the United States versus Chile, runners up for third place of OzCatch 2018, facing each other again.
Rematch from last year. Only the stakes are a bit higher this time.
Yeah, instead of facing each other in winner's bracket, loser goes home.
A loser misses out on that chance to get to the top 3.
We are going to be bringing you the map pool showcase here in a few minutes as our wonderful team gets all the replays ready. So Koichibo, how's your pick'ems doing?
Oh no, you didn't hear about my pick'ems. I forgot to do this week's pick'ems. I was like 8th on the leaderboard and I just forgot the full week of pick'ems, and now I'm just done for.
See, it's okay, because last week I forgot my pick'ems too, so I said, you know what, screw it, I'm done for it, and I didn't fill out mine this week. But if I would have filled out mine this week, then I would have gotten everything correct, actually.
I mean, I have a feeling I would have done well too. I was trying to beat Nando and then I just forgot about them. I don't think I'm going to beat Nando anymore.
As the map pool showcase team is getting together, we are getting all of our replays up here on the stream.
Do you drink is that a promotion for Asahi beer right there?
And joining us in the commentator booth is JP Hyperion, wonderful master and Chicken Bible.
Yeah, guys,
Captain,
you didn't give us a ping to let us know you were starting.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I didn't know we were starting either.
It's just started. I thought this was an ad for Asahi beer.
You know, it's fine. Anyways, moving on to our first Nomad pick. It's going to be Zek. Feels left out, met by A James, with a little smiley face of difficulty.
Little smiley face there.
Yeah, it's only a TV size long map, 131. Speed round 170, star rating is 6.26, AR 9.5, standard CS4. Seems to be one of the more comfort picks of the Nomad pool.
Yeah, this seems like, in some ways, a little bit of an elevated difficulty twist on Me and You from the previous round's pool, with lots of wiggling, some stair patterns, and some high slider velocity sections as well. Some of the patterns as a whole seem a little bit more erratic. Some of the spacing is a little bit more kind of odd, and streams are a bit more flowing rather than linear patterns, which were used more often in Me and You.
Seems like there's a bit less jumping too.
A little bit, yeah. Seems like the hyper dash is a little more tighter.
Yeah.
Also, this background, is this the same girl that was in the Me background from last round? She looks oddly familiar. I swear that's the same girl.
We'll have to do some research on that one.
And speaking of feels left out, I think I might take my leave now. It is 1:36 a.m. I am incredibly tired.
Well, thank you very much for your services this weekend, Kujibo.
Oh, you guys to it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Anyways, getting right on to Nomad number 2. Map by Illuminate. Sofa featuring Sui, Koiwa Recipe. This one's a little bit longer at 233. Bit higher star rating too, and a bit higher AR and circle size. Everything's pretty much pumped up from the last map. But
Yeah, just a little
overall, it
bit.
seems to be a little easier on the patterns, so far at least.
I think this is, although this has a slightly slower BPM, the density is also kind of greatly reduced. There's much less prevalence of 1/4 patterning until we get into some of the denser sections later on. The direction changes are much more prevalent though. There's far less kind of flowing patterns and lots of alternating anti-flow sliders.
Lots of wiggles too, it seems. Coming into this part, you can see a lot of these wiggly sections. This reminds me of his ranked map. One of his first like iconic ranked maps, the other series song too, right? The big 240 BPM Miracle Top Diff. I don't even know the name of it. I just know everything about it, but not the name. All Illuminate's maps are kind of following the same, you know.
Towanaru
Yeah, Toranaru.
Kiseki, I think.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
PP
he
hard
has.
rock.
Yeah, he has an overdose difficulty on that set.
Well, Andrew, this is one of those moments where I am not jealous of you being in the World Cups, as these two maps so far slightly terrify me.
Just a little bit.
These are the comfort picks, guys. Don't you know? No mod, like first no mod picks are always the more comfortable ones.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's only more to come.
This is the finals map pool, correct? Yeah.
This is, but there is obviously a grand final
One
pool
more.
after this one, so. Some of these spacings in the slower section look fairly kind of strong. If you're trying to relax a little bit towards the end of the map, I think people might get caught out here.
Oh yeah, that ending right there with those last 4 hyper dashes. Somebody's gonna miss that because they're like, oh, the map's over. But nope.
Nope.
Definitely. You see a couple players missing there.
Our third pick is Dustvox's Trigger Zek remix, mapped by Dave. And if you're not familiar with this map, you could be forgiven. It's been uploaded to the game for a grand total of 5 whole days, and brand new offering from Dave. More difficulties to come, I think, in the future if he decides to push this one for rank. But right now, we're going to be looking at the overdose difficulty, just under 4 minutes in length, 200 beats per minute. 6.87 is, I think, the highest star rating on offer in this kind of finals map pool.
Except for the
Except
tiebreaker.
Except for the tiebreaker, which I haven't. Oh, yep, okay, just scrolling down to that one, we'll get to there. DS of 4.2, approach rate of 9.6. There's a lot on offer in this one. Some streams, lots of sliders and hyperdashes, anti-flow, kind of pretty much everywhere throughout, and some very bursty 1/8 sections also.
If anyone is coming from Mania, you might know this song pretty well. I believe there's a quite well-known Mania set of this that I personally like to play whenever I play Mania personally. Very fun. I'm glad they got mapped to CTB finally. I was considering doing it myself. I'm glad that Deef did it because this song kind of fits Deef style pretty well too.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for some guest difficulties and you can get in on that.
Ooh, maybe. I'll have to ask him. I know I want him to rank that last hidden map from the last pool.
The Alt Mirabelle.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite maps ever, right? I have to say. Very well done.
Balancing these doubles looks like it could be a little bit of a challenge, especially considering how strong the hypers are.
Yeah. Some have these double 1/4 hyper dashes as well, you can see in the stream sections.
And of course, it wouldn't be a finals map pool if some of those tricky patterns weren't combined with massive direction changes. Some of those doubles there are hyper dashed and some of them are not hyper dashed.
Oh yeah.
Looking like a pretty mean balance of all of Dave's usual tricks.
And also, if you notice, he switched from doing vertical. I mean, not vertical. He switched from doing horizontal doubles in the first half, and then he switched to verticals right over there in that section. So it might trick up a few people.
Even the calm section has some pretty high slider velocity, some sweeping streams. Definitely not something you can switch off on.
It's called hen time, and it's ours.
Oh, now we're coming into a little breakdown section with some odd snapping. Again, I think that's something that's going to trip people up. Back into some more doubles with full horizontal. People that are trying to balance these could get caught out very easily. Like, trying to undershoot and give yourself an easier chance for the next note could be a bit risky, but overshooting is a death sentence. Back to verticals, interspersed with some high slider velocity sections, both curved and horizontal. I'm surprised Dave didn't want to set a replay for his own map. Do see a little tiny drop right at the end there, but otherwise pretty stellar performance from Ken. Little intense burst at the end there, but nothing too difficult compared to what has already been seen prior to the map. So hopefully no tragic fails. Now here's a little bit of a map.
With that map ending, JBH, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Got some
You're gonna
stuff
head
to do.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you
gonna
very
head
much
off.
for your commentary today.
That was good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to jump in yesterday. That transformer blowing up, but hey,
It
glad I was
happens,
on
man.
today.
It happens.
Hey, you both have a good one.
Will do. No mod number 4. The last specific is Cosmo Busso P's Sadistic Music Factory, mapped by Ier Yagtama and yours truly. A nice little cute collab difficulty between the two of us. Back down to the shorter length of 2 minutes and 26 seconds and 165 BPM, but there's some huge density changes in this one. This is mapped in definitely a more kind of alternating over like double BPM style. Star rating of 634, cycle size of 4.2, and the lowest approach rate in the no-mod pool for this round at 9.4. And a HP drain that is well above anything else we'll see elsewhere in the pool of 9. Streams, anti-flow, dashing, wiggling, some very strong 1/2 jumps. This map tests a lot of different skill sets. Apparently I did the more oof parts, Yer is saying in chat. I'm kind of keen to believe that one. That does sound like something I would do. You can blame me for the parts that you don't like and you miss on, and you can thank Yer for the bits that you full combo. Yeah, you know the pool is hard when the lowest approach rate is 9.4, I have to agree. It's a finals pool though. It wouldn't be a finals pool without some significant increase in difficulty. Those little buzz sliders are very, very difficult to catch by stacking, but also really quite too fast to wiggle. So we're going to see some drops there.
You know, I had completely forgot that I turned on Push It Talk in the middle of the other map. But that's
Fantastic.
okay. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, I guess.
Yeah, I am back now. But I've been here. But you just haven't heard me.
You're forgiven. You've got a lot on your mind with how intense your previous match was.
Yeah, I kind of like zoned out a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this map still doesn't have any hidden or hard rock FCs.
None at all?
Am I correct? Yeah, I think Rossled is #1 with the no mod, unless you did hidden it. I'm not completely.
I did see some Rossled hard rock attempts on this, and it was.
Yeah, I've tried it myself as well. I got to, I think, 1200 combos several times, but there's some streams that kind of like stick out a little bit, and you're just like, oh, I don't want you to stick out. Just get back in there, please, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it has 2 FCs, 1 no mod, and 1 hidden.
Coming into the next no mod map. This one, quite a few people could probably know this. I remember I talked to Starrod Kirby myself a few years back, and I think he wanted us to test play this, me and Rossled in CTB for him. So I know this map from a few years ago, but not too well. Starrod Kirby 86. A lot of people know him as Kirby. Kirby mixes, that kind of guy, you know. It's coming in
Yeah,
at
this is quite a
221.
bit different than some of his other Kirby
yeah.
mix.
Not AR8? Huh?
No, absolutely.
I believe this is also one of his more recent tour maps compared to most of his Kirby mixes too.
I
don't remember the exact
sent
date.
into Loved in late 2016, so still
Yeah.
old by some of our standards, but very
Oh,
new
yeah.
by his own standards. He's someone who's been around for a long, long time. In typical convert style, especially at this level of difficulty, there will be some edge dashes thrown in. You can see a little
Oh, yeah.
expanding funnel pattern there. There's always one jump in the middle just where it transitions from a hyper dash to a regular dash or vice versa that catches people out.
These streams are looking really brutal too. You gotta kind of move your platter just back because the hyper dash will take you a bit too far, as well as these wiggles too.
Yeah, we got some little stair patterns creeping in as well. Definitely not a conventional stream pattern. Anyone who's familiar with hard rock will probably recognize at least some of these stream shapes as something that they would probably see in a more conventional hard rock selection.
Geek is saying all of Ken's misses are sad misses. They are very sad, and I'm
He's-
very sad for him.
He's had a few attempts, obviously, to FC the map pool, but the fact that he's not able to do so, player of his skill level, does show just how difficult some of these picks are.
Very true. And these wiggles especially, just look at these. I don't know if many people are going to be FCing those. You'd be kind of lucky to get maybe 1 or 2 FCs in this section right here.
Yeah, certainly when you only
Just
get
'cause of
one
how
chance in a tournament setting,
Oh, yeah.
look very punishing. So 5 down, 1 to go. Our final no mod pick for the finals pool is Baby Metal's Yava!
You know, I actually haven't listened to this Baby Metal song yet. I used to be a big fan of Baby Metal about 2 years ago.
Yes, also.
I
But I
haven't
have to
listened to
agree,
this
I haven't listened to any of their more like stuff that since they kind of first burst onto the scene, really.
Yeah. Anyways, this one's coming in. It's gonna be 5.95 stars. Confident, of course. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Air 9.5. Gonna be a lot of heavy 1/2 jumps. Lots of far hypers, edge dashes, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, as far as kind of convert play go, circle size of 4, approach rate of 9.5. Kind of, this is probably the more commonly played convert pool map at this level of difficulty because it doesn't feature the circle size of 5 and the kind of odd stream shapes. But this one does feature a greater number of edge dashes throughout, some strong half jumps, some of which are also combined with hypers. So even though I say this is a slightly more kind of recognizable no mod pick for players at this level of difficulty, it is not comfortable by any means.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those maps that you would look at, you know, when you're scrolling the mode equals O, status equals R if you're a convert player, and then you see a map that's like 5 point something stars and the high 5-star rating range, and you're like, oh, this is one of those maps that No Life has an FC on or Ecker has an FC on and nobody else does, you know? That's the type of map it is.
This one was loved at the very end of last year. I don't think there are currently any FCs on it. Heyang Erica currently holds the best score with 12.27 combo, but it only has 10 submitted scores, so hopefully that's going to go up considerably with practicing for this pool.
There's gonna be an FC at the end of this week. I'm sorry, Ian Erica, for your number 1, but it's gonna be gone.
You must relinquish your leaderboard.
You know, I know a lot of people kind of watch CWC, even if they're not playing, just so they can play the maps and get number 1 on them, just so they can get replays. I know quite a few people do that. I know Rampage plays a lot of the CWC maps because he just wants to have fun and play them, see what kind of scores he gets.
That's perfectly fine. Love a bit of a competition between players, even if they're not competing in CWC.
Oh yeah. Strawberry asking, what AR is this? AR 9.5.
Yes.
If this was AR 9, oh gosh.
Yeah, some of these kind of half jumps would be pretty impossible to read on a lower approach rate, I think.
These jumpers get so far. I know some people just can't even play some of these cross-screen jumps at all. It really depends on who you are, and there's going to be some people who just miss every single note of those. You just gotta hope that it doesn't end with it.
Screen jump there, hyper into like a direction change, 1/2 hyper. And also, yeah, Rampage with the replay there. He's gonna have to redo that one again.
I actually
if he
didn't even
wants
notice that.
the global leaderboard, because that one's on Score V2, but very impressive performance by him. We were talking about him and we didn't even know.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking, oh, it's not hidden, it's not Rampage. But hey, there he is.
This is hidden though.
Hey, yeah, this is hidden Rampage.
So we're returning to old, I put in air quotes because it's not old, but it's a little bit older than some of the stuff we've seen. Spectator maps. Specs CTB.
That's when you know it's old.
A little bit of an ancient relic when they're still using CTB as the diff name.
Yep.
This
coming
one
in at Air 9.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's coming in at Air 9. 2.5 minutes. It's gonna have a lot of hyper chains. A lot. Oh, a spin trap over there too on the very left of the corner. Right down that combo, boys. I think it was like 240.
In some ways, this is looking like a little bit of a more difficult version of Spectator's Iosis Tay Map Arc diff from 2012 that I think was featured in a previous year's hidden pool. Lots of kind of symmetry, vertical to horizontal sliders. BPM looking considerably higher on this one at 202. Normal-ish difficulty settings of circle size 4 and approach rate of 9, but yeah, as you said, heavy emphasis on half jumps combined with sliders and some streams.
Man, this is gonna be so cool.
Description of have fun from Spectator.
You know, if you miss even just one of these hyper dashes, you're gonna miss so many of those. You see Rampage here on those little triples, actually deciding to play walk them. So it'll be interesting to see how many people.
Manageable, but when they're coming out with those fast hypers, and there's some with direction changes, he's opting to wiggle them. It'll be so interesting to see the different styles of players meshing together here, how they decide what the most comfortable way to play each pan is.
You know, I'm personally quite surprised that he didn't decide to plate walk those first ones. Even I was kind of like, I don't think you can plate walk those, and I'll try to plate walk everything I can. That's just how I am. I don't like wiggling too much, especially like that. But I guess they're plate walkable. So now I know.
You have been educated.
Oh yeah, thank you, Rampage. Rampage is supporting Team USA. Confirmed. Giving me secret strats.
Our second hidden pick is going to be Gekidan Records Ares Notate by Siamu, I think, somewhat unknown Japanese mapper, would it be fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. Not many ranked diffs. I believe there's only a few, if any, right?
I don't think I have anything on record from them in the ranked section.
Pretty sure there's at least a platter or two somewhere.
Possibly something of more ancient times, but I'd have to check that out later. This one is a relatively new map though, from August last year. Coming in at 1 minute and 38 in length, 174 BPM, just shy of 6 stars of difficulty. Circle size of 4.2 and approach rate of 9.3. This is looking very technical, lots more wiggling, some 1/8 patterns and some anti-flow being thrown in there as well.
This looks kind of like the last round's deep hidden map. Just a little bit with all the wiggles.
Probably quite like it then already.
I'm personally not too much of a fan of the way the wiggles are using this. It's like you can see in some maps. Actually, no, they're fine. I thought they were going invert, like I don't know how to explain it well, but they start on the outside and then they go inside instead of starting on the inside and going outside. Those are the good types of wiggles. And they're used as well.
Ooh, that looked like a horrible spinner trap.
Yeah, that was a little bit of oof. Hey, this looks very reminiscent of M-Bomb's map too. Those patterns.
There's lots more spacing on those though, I think,
Yeah.
on these ones. But anyway, 2 hidden picks down. 2 more to go.
You know, why have 1 Kirby map when you can have 2? Am I right?
No Guard Mix Deluxe. I'm not sure whether this
But
is.
it's not Kirby.
It's
I
Kirby,
tricked you.
but not Kirby. You've been bamboozled.
It's the upgraded version of Big Brother.
So this one was actually submitted just under a month ago, but it originally was submitted in 2016. It's been re-uploaded for archival purposes. Not quite sure exactly what that refers to. This is going to be 3 minutes in length, 190 BPM, an approach rate of 8.5. So this is the most kind of the lowest approach rate that we've seen in this pool so far. Nothing quite kind of horribly low, but definitely below the 9 and 9.3 that we've seen thus far. Kind of some very technical patterns, lots of large 1/2 jumps, some edge jumps, as we've come to expect from any kind of convert at this level of difficulty.
Oh,
And
yeah,
again,
the
those become even more difficult with the lower approach rate.
The spacing on these is gonna just be brutal for non-hidden players. You can see the notes, they're kind of just like, most of them are out of range of a full walk, but not in range for a full dash, you know what I mean? You kind of gotta get that exact dash placement on most of these notes. And that's gonna be really rough if you're not used to hitting.
Oh, wow, that is one
Yeah.
heck of a repeated 1/2 edge jump section.
Oh, that was even
mean, the
a farther one right there.
Yeah, the HP drain on this is quite low, so I'm not expecting to see anyone really fail, but there's some huge kind of opportunities for crushing combos with some of these
That one
maps.
makes vipers in it too. Oh,
Are you feeling a bit glad you're not a hidden main right now?
you know, I've actually been playing quite a bit of hidden in this tournament so far, and I'm proud of myself, but this one is the Zach, you got this one, buddy. It's all you.
I veto this.
Oh yeah. I refuse to nominate.
He's calling Mulligan.
Throw it back in the pool, get another one. Ah, there we go.
Zach saying, I'm afraid.
I
You
expect
thrown
10
him under the
FCs.
bus, dude.
10 FCs. That's all you gotta do.
And again, some of those ending hypers are combined with regular dashes. If you try and relax in that section, you're definitely going to be dashing and releasing dash too early and missing out on those triples.
Some of these play walks at the very end over here, a little tight too, especially on this lower circle size.
So 3 hiddens down, 1 to go with this new and improved 4 map pool size for the non-nomads. And it's going to be Pili Pala from Zhou Li Ming. I don't know about you, but this is a map that I've seen a lot of in multi-lobbies and kind of high-level convert play
Oh,
for the
yeah.
past like 4 or 5 years.
You are correct. I've actually never played it myself though. I just know the song and I like this song, you know.
It's a very cool song. It's difficult enough with no mod, but throwing hidden on is rather mean, but fitting for the difficulty stage, I think. A drain of 3 minutes and 16. BPM of 125 initially, but this ramps up considerably over the course of the 3 minutes. So it's not only testing our players' ability to hit like a gradual increase in difficulty that tests nerves under pressure. There's a lot of heavy half jumps and some streaming sections as well. Some really snappy kind of sliders that have high slider velocity, but also tackling BPM changes with hidden as well.
You know, I looked at the leaderboard real quick and I saw my teammate Lexi on the top. I'm like, yeah, that's how we do it.
He's carrying this one.
Oh yeah, it's like,
Can
Lexi,
he
you got
repeat the
this.
feat?
I believe in him.
So this map feels fairly sensible up until about kind of 550, 600 combo. And then the BPM starts picking up. There's far more wiggling involved. Slider velocity just kind of gets toned up a notch. And also the kind of half and 1/4 jumps. You can see the first BPM change picking up here. Not too kind of innocuous, but some of these distances are just slightly too large to dash comfortably. And it only gets more and more problematic from here.
Oh yeah, like that right there was
That's
very
one of
far.
the first places that people tend to miss.
Yeah, that looked really far on that 1/2 dash. And then the
kind of-
long cross-screen hyper.
It's cross-screen hyper, and it's also into an anti-flowing 1/4 repeat slider as well.
Yep.
Here we start seeing some half and 1/4 hyper dashes combined with regular dashes. BPM's gone up again, just in case you're keeping track.
Instead of counting how many me's there are in me, count how many BPM changes are in this.
How many BPM changes? How many pila palas?
Oh no, you've done it now.
And now we get BPM change number 3, I think. Some of these streams you need to hold dash for, and there's some really good examples of the high slider velocity creeping in as well. Some very snappy hypers into kind of almost complete anti-flow as well.
And then cross-screen hyper dashes too.
Yeah, just in case the rest wasn't enough for you.
Those inward 1/4 seemed a little difficult too.
And there's some of the high slider velocity sections I was talking about. You just gotta hold dash, but if you hold just a fraction too long, you'll miss any opportunity you have to get back to the next notes. And you can tell now this is notably faster than it was at the start. I'm not sure exactly what the finishing BPM is.
It's up there.
And that last jump at the end of going into that stack, I'm pretty sure that's a non-hyper as well.
Oh, it's brutal. Going into Hard Rock number 1, we got Negative Master, great artist. Squall, Sinnoh's difficulty, the overdose. 2 minutes, 14 seconds, 6.12 stars. AR10, CS4, plus Hard Rock CS5 point. It's gonna be one of the more, probably one of the more standard maps, I'd say. But knowing Sinnoh, he's probably gonna add some wonky sliders in here.
Yeah, we've seen a few of his maps appearing already in the tournament, and high slider velocity sections and lots of anti-flow have been on the menu. And I'm not convinced that this one is going to be kind of offering us a lot less than we've come to expect from him. I think you and I should both be very kind of familiar with this one, as I have mapped
Really?
a guest difficulty for it, and the description holds Chicken Bible and
Oh,
his collab
yeah!
accountable. Did you forget? You owe him a rain, boyo.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll have to do that. See, he never reminded me, so I blame it on him. That's how we get out of things.
Okay, blame Sinnoh.
Yep. You know, technically he still hasn't ever reminded me, so...
Well, I've just reminded you in
Agreed.
front of the whole world.
Yeah, but he didn't, you see.
Ooh.
That's the
At
clause.
Sinnoh, remind Chicken Bible.
Aw, damn. He's exposing me.
I got you, son. Yeah, as you said, this is a fantastic song, though. Lots of kind of bursting string patterns on offer, and although you know that since this is hard rock, it's only AR10, this looks so much faster than that compared to some of the stuff that we've just seen.
Yeah. A lot of these streams. Very fast snaps on the 1/4s. coming into the long 4-note streams.
Yes, we've got a circle size of 4, which will crank up to 5.2 with the addition of Hard Rock. An HP of 6, so that's 8.4. So plenty of potential for failure if you're missing significant chunks of combo on any of those bursting stream sections. And from a map that you and I both know to a map that I think pretty much everyone and their mother and their mother's cat is quite familiar with. Definitely something that's been thrown around in multi-lobbies between kind of 2015 and maybe 2017.
Even
Not
still
quite
nowadays.
forgotten to the relics of time completely, but making a reappearance here. Hard Rock number 2. Twilight Poinsettia, CLSW's deconstruction star.
Yeah, and I can honestly agree with the chat being a little kind of question mark.
Yeah, I am very concerned. I mean, I know we saw like Cycle hit Hard Rock in last year's finals pool, and obviously that was pretty well received.
Yeah.
This map with Hard Rock is really snappy. There's
I'd
lots of
honestly say-
vertical kind of patterns that don't change direction, so you have to snap to a note, stand completely still for a split second, and then keep moving again in the same direction. It's such an uncomfortable movement.
Yeah, especially those being so far. But I'd have to say, last year's final pool on Nomad especially was quite a bit easier than this so far, I'd say. But this feels like it just could be thrown in the grand finals pool even next week, and it'd be pretty much perfect.
Yeah, welcome to
I remember-
2019, boys and girls.
Yeah. Oh boy. I remember Hyper W was trying quite a bit to FC this. I tried it myself a little bit in the past, maybe a year ago. I got to 1500 combo quite a bit, but then on the second key it kind of pumps up the difficulty with these.
You'll
right
be
here.
looking to de-rust with this one then.
Oh no, I'm not FCing this. There's no way. This is like one of those maps that you put in the pool and you're like, okay, Hyper, you can keep number 1. Unless Motion comes and takes it from him.
So we see most of the streaming patterns on this are constructed of sliders, so there aren't too many wonky kind of circle streams that Hard Rock moves all the notes around with, as we've seen in some of the kind of previous picks. But with the
Yeah.
reduced circle size, like some of the like spacing and the precision on these stairs, the anti-flow
Oh,
stairs
yeah.
in particular, like this just looks brutally difficult. In addition to that,
It really
it's
is.
5 minutes long.
This could honestly just have been the tiebreaker too. Like Nomad. I actually think it would have been probably fitting. Probably a little bit more fitting for last round on tiebreaker. It could have been. Here you can see the streams turn into verticals.
Yeah, definitely testing people's capture precision. Can they stop and start again at the perfect timing? You don't want to be overshooting any of these, because once you slip out of a rhythm, it's so difficult to get back in.
Some of them being hyper dashed, some of them not being hyper dashed. If I remember correctly, the stream section coming up is just, it's brutal. Right after like this kind of slow part.
This is the slow part, by the way. He says his notes are falling at 100 miles an hour.
There's only like 2 big notes every few seconds. It's fine.
I have weak eyes, so it's very fast for me.
Somebody's gonna miss on here though, I know. Oh yeah, this slow part too is very tricky too because there's some far jumps.
I'm
I
fairly
remember
sure that
missing
this
here a few
exact
times.
pattern appears in Genryu Kaiko several times.
Yes, you are correct.
I mean, there's inspiration, and this takes it a little bit beyond that, I think, but I will digress.
That was a hyper dash turned into a dash. I saw one.
You're spying some memory jumps.
Yep. Unless that was just an error on the mapper's part by not making that a hyper dash, which I doubt. Oh, yeah,
How
here's
do
the
you
guitar.
kind of memorize like all the kind of required memory jumps in a combo of like 2500?
So it kind of depends. Some people they do like what kind of sound is happening, you know. It's like okay, so it's that sound that I have to remember. There's a jump. which that's probably the most common part for longer maps.
I can
And
see
then
people
I
overshooting some of those buzz sliders.
Oh yeah, that right there. Oh, that was a double edge dash, similar to the Crowley map that we had in the Hard Rock pool in round of 16.
Yeah.
That's nobody's hitting that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just mildly
I'm sorry.
terrified for a second there.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I had to share my fear with someone, fear of it consuming me.
that's where the runs end. And then even this part, you see the 1/8 being added in the middle. It's just brutal. But oh yeah,
Yeah, the
I
triple
enjoyed
hyper dashes.
myself actually, too. But some people, I personally do combo, and if I miss, then it's like, well, I guess I missed and I forgot what combo I'm on. But then you can kind of like do quick math in your head. It's like, okay, I missed that 180. The jump is at 340, so I'll just do it at 160.
Do some quick maths.
Quick math, easy clap. Here we go into the next Hard Rock number 3. The difficulty says rain, but it's trying to trick you. This is actually a convert. Probably one of the more quite known converts for Hard Rock, I'd say. This is an older PP map actually that people used to play for PP if they're one of the convert Hard Rock players. I remember I believe this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Me and Sasaki were playing this along with quite a few other people trying to Hard Rock it. I know there's a few Hard Rock FCs on this already.
There is only one, and it's from
Really?
Sasaki.
I could have sworn there was more. I know I have a 1 miss though, that's for sure. I think it was that 600 combo.
722, you have a 2 miss.
I
And
must have
Eka
another.
has a 1 miss at 773.
But yeah, this map is quite well known, I'd say. You can see the PH group in the chat saying, "Oh, I thought this was A James."
You can't have too many maps in the pool. Philippines are already doing pretty well on the mapping front thus far.
That is true. And here you can see these far jumps. Yep, that's one of the far jumps, 628 or something like that. Write that down, boys. Far jump to the right. Cross screen jumps. Oh yeah, there was wonky sliders too, with the 1/4 dash gaps in between them.
So 3 hard rocks down, 1 remains. And if you needed a need for speed, then here's some speed. Ezuka's Assailant in the Night. Just a small matter of 294 BPM. And it's 3.5 minutes of that fast fruit action.
You know, that's not that fast. That's slow. Just throw on double time, make it a little faster.
We'll get there,
Right.
we'll get there.
Oh yeah.
So-
Quite a few long picks in this Hard Rock pool.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
2 that are about 2 minutes. Twilight Poinsettia was obviously 5 minutes, and then this is somewhere
Very
in the
long.
middle, about 3.5. This would be approach rate 10 even without Hard Rock, so Hard Rock is just chunking the circle size down slightly. It's HP 5, so that doesn't become quite as high as some of the other picks in this pool when Hard Rock is added, so it slightly reduces the fail potential. And this is all about streams, oh, and maybe a few more streams.
Yeah, a lot of these 1/2 dashes in the streams just look a bit far for a lot of players. Gonna be a hit.
Who's got a good Hard Rock play on this one?
I don't know
Eldenal
if
has
anyone does.
8 misses, QWHJ has 8 misses.
Those
So
are
lots of
probably
lots of Chilean players on the leaderboard for this one from Hard Rock.
Uh-oh. I play versus Joey next week. Uh-oh.
Better consider banning this one potentially then.
Alright, I wrote it down on my special notebook.
He's making notes and taking notes.
but wait, now they know that I already taking notes on
Ooh,
banning
the
it.
reverse psychology is creeping in.
Oh boy. Gonna throw in 100 retries on this map real quick.
Wish him luck.
You know, this prior match that I had, one of the only maps that I practiced like a lot was the Hard Rock Convert. I forgot what it was called. The shorter one. I can't believe I already forgot it. I played it like 80 times, and my team was saying, "Ban it, ban it, ban it." I'm like, "No, this is the map that I practiced." No, it was Hard Rock. It was a song the song that started with "I Feel You," Imprinting.
Yeah, imprinting.
Yeah, I practiced it like 80 times. I have 80 recount tries on that, and my team wanted to ban it. We ended up losing the point though.
But you won in the end, that's what matters.
Somehow, it was very close.
Somehow, some way.
Just look at those 1/4. Oh. Man, this song just goes on.
You mean you don't like 3.5 minutes of 294 BPM, like non-hyper dashes?
Oh no, I do like this. I actually love long maps in Hard Rock. But like, it's draining, especially in a match.
Also, yeah, Velpa K making a reappearance with this replay, just noticed.
It's true, he had a few earlier on, I believe, too, on the Hard Rocks.
Do apologize if I missed him earlier then. So 3 mod brackets decided, just double time to go, and then our finals tiebreaker. Our first one is going to be Sana's Sunset March, Lacrima's Eventide. This is
I know this map.
not the highest difficulty on this set in terms of star rating, but I think it's kind of fairly comparable with the top difficulty.
That was a super early miss. But anyways, I know this map quite well. I actually played this probably a few days ago, actually, with DT. I one missed at the very end. I know there's a
was
few
ranked-
FCs.
Yeah, ranked
3 weeks
2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah,
3 weeks
about
ago, yep. There is a double time FC from Touch
Boros
Me,
and Richard.
QWHJ, and Boros. You are correct.
And then I had
And
the one miss at the very
Chicken
end.
Bible is the one miss at 1177. So you'll be looking to
Yeah.
fix that one, I hope.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. And this map is actually quite hard for me personally too, because it kind of is this awkward play style they have to have, where some people will tap dash on these ki sections, like right here. You can see these 1/2 verticals. Some people will tap dash them, some people will just hold their dash and then move the arrow keys. I believe it's a little bit harder if you decide to tap dash. Like this is what Ken's doing right here. He's tap dashing on every single movement instead of just moving his dash key. I believe it's a bit harder if you play it that way, but it's still possible.
Yeah, don't be fooled by this 130 BPM marker. Like even with double time
Oh, yeah.
5, this is mapped in a kind of double BPM alternator style. Like 1/4 jumps, both hyperdashed and regular, are very common throughout the whole map. So this feels so much faster than it might appear otherwise. This is approach rate 8.8, so it's I think just over 10 when double
it's-
time is added.
Yeah, about 10.2. Still very readable for most players, at least of this level.
It features the highest HP drain in the double time pool at 7 though, so that density could come back to bite some people if they really struggle on this one.
Oh yeah, it
The
might be
ending definitely
even
has
possible
fail
to
potential on some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost saw a fail there from Ken, just slightly overshooting that last buzz slider.
Definitely possible to fail that. Going on to the next double time map, we have Floating Cloud, Ame no Chikumori no Chihare, mapped by Dazole. The fruit
Yeah,
dance
very-
difficult.
Yeah, very interesting difficulty from someone that I'm not sure we've ever seen in the World Cup. Someone who is obviously very proficient at Oscatch, very well-known Chinese player. Never quite made it onto the upper ranks of their roster, but definitely more than capable of hanging with the best of them in any other country, I think.
Yep. This one's coming in at Air 8, an HP of just 2.
I don't think there's any fail potential
very
on
low.
this one.
Nah. There's no...
Maybe if we see a disconnect like we saw for Daxaros in the
Oh, that was so
Mexico
sad.
Philippines game today. We're not sure what happened there still, but hopefully we avoid that.
It's also quite bigger circles than usual at circle size 3. See a lot of these high BPM wiggles with double time, which is going to be a little harder to hit these.
And in contrast to the previous pick, this one is approach rate 8, so 9.67 when double time is added. So definitely a more comfortable reading approach rate for like anyone who's not an avid double time player. But the technical kind of nature of the patterns here, so many direction changes, lots of wiggling, really don't make that kind of feel any easier than any of the other picks that we'll see.
You know, I think the really underestimated part of this map are these sliders. These sliders have super low slider velocity. And some of them are just curved just a little bit. And what is that?
That was a huge density section. Like everything suddenly became a double for some reason.
I just
There was
saw
a massive
slider.
like S-shaped slider velocity there.
Yeah, as I was saying, these sliders are getting slow. It's like that one slider. I was like, yeah, you're not hitting those droplets, by the way. I hope you're not planning on SSing this. Anyone SS's this, I'll give him a month of supporter.
Whoa, the challenge has been thrown down. Is that just in the tournament?
Just
or
in the
anyone
tournament.
at all?
Only in a match. Only in a match.
Only in
It
an
has to be in a
actual
match.
official match.
Yep. Only for the first person too. I'm not rich, by the
Well,
way.
there you go. Practice that one, boys and girls. Endure the Silence by Mirath, a off-standard convert difficulty from August 2017, is going to be our third double time pick of this finals pool. 4 minutes and 16 in length, which is obviously going to get brought down slightly to just under 3 minutes with the addition of double time. BPM of 144, so much slower than everything else that we've seen thus far. Circle size of 4. An approach rate of 8.5 goes up to pretty much bang on 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe you are correct. Right around 10.
I think this is another kind of slight trick in that a BPM of 144 doesn't quite do this justice, considering it's mapped in like a doubled style. There's some 1/8 patterns thrown in there. I think we've seen a couple of like edge, like that looked like it was a double edge dash in one
Yeah.
direction.
These
Like,
dashes
I'm
are,
surprised that one of the notes in the middle there wasn't a hyper dash.
you know, again, the slider velocity too is really low. People are gonna have a hard time catching some of these slider ends because they're just going like too fast coming from these sliders. You gotta really kind of stop your movement in the middle of the slider and then keep going again to be able to catch these perfectly.
Also, shout out to Eka making his appearance on the replay stream. Welcome back
Oh,
to the
yeah.
World Cup. Obviously not participating for Japan this year, but handily providing us some of these insane replays.
That stream looked a little brutal. People are gonna miss there, especially in the start of that. There's not too many hyper dashes in this at all.
Now this looks very kind of edge dashy, especially in this section.
You know, I would have guessed this was an FD4 map by the amount of hyper dashes there are in this.
And a grand total of none.
Oh yeah,
Maybe one of mine if it was a specific 2.
that is true.
So we've got one pick left after this one double time left. Lots of tiebreaker predictions coming out in the chat already. I don't think I've seen the right answer yet, so keep predicting.
Somebody's gonna get it, I feel. If they keep going, they're bound to get it eventually, right?
Just name every single map.
By the way, Ascendants, you cannot guess the tiebreaker. You're a map selector. That's
Yeah, you
cheating.
know the tiebreaker. Maybe you even selected the tiebreaker, who knows? We'll find
Maybe they
out
did
in
even
about
more than that.
5 minutes. One more double time to go, and it's Yoroshka Ite, mapped by Dietz. a length of 2 minutes and 40 seconds, a BPM of 270 with double time, so pretty speedy, the fastest map in the pool thus far. A circle size of 4, an approach rate of 9, so this is 10.3 with double time is added, but an HP drain of 5 means that little groups of misses aren't going to be punished too severely compared to any of the other picks, apart from obviously Fruit Dance, which had HP 2. So thus far, this is looking like a very amped up version of some of the round of 16 and quarterfinal double time picks that we saw. Focusing on rapid speed, lots of small movements, but obviously there's much more like large dashes being thrown in now. Very 1/2 jump focused, and some anti-flow kind of adding to the challenge as well.
This is the kind of map that if you're playing versus China on this week, you don't want to play this. This is the kind of map that China will three-way FC because there's a lot of far 1/2 jumps that aren't hyper dashes. They're
But
really
who's playing
good at these
against
kind
China
of
next week? South Korea, of course.
Yep, that's gonna be
Can't wait for that
matchup.
matchup.
Matchup that I'd probably say everybody has been anticipating this year, myself included.
Well, if you fight your way back through the losers bracket, you'll have to face one, if not both of them.
Oh boy, I don't want to think about that. I just want to look ahead, see that I have Chile. I'm like, okay, that's enough to worry about.
One at a time, then. One at a time.
And then I look at the other side, and then I have Mexico or France again. I'm like, oh no, we already played both of them.
Yeah, neither of those were particularly fun matchups for you. Obviously, one win, one loss, but both of them were a bit nervy. Ascendant saying he saw the tiebreaker somewhere.
I did as well.
Whilst we were talking about this one, you
I
did.
saw it. Yes. Somebody guessed it. It's not too hard to guess, I think. Most people know this map for the tiebreaker quite well. Those ending jumps though right there are pretty far. Oh.
Here we go. The tiebreaker is revealed. If you guessed Barrage of Flurries, if you guessed for Booths of Fighters, you are correct. It is our finals tiebreaker. Not quite the Ascendance and Plus collab that I was originally thinking of, but just as good, just as intense, just as dramatic.
Yep, and this map, personally, I think it's the hardest ranked CTB map. That's me. I'm hoping that I don't have to play this because I'm very bad at it, but I hope that my teammates can carry me on this. It has a lot of weird, just awkward patterns. Lots of snaps that you don't expect, especially in this intro.
Yeah, to anyone who thought that Camellia World Cup was only lasting for one round, not quite. We're throwing a little bit more back in there for you.
Oh boy. Coming right here, you can see this right there on the very right side. That hyper dash is farther than every single hyper dash in that section, and I missed that so many times, and it's just like, why is that farther? It's very depressing. Somebody's gonna miss that, and they're gonna be like, why did I miss? And I'll be like, that's why you missed, it's farther. It doesn't look it, but it is. That was one of those kind of awkward, what's it called? Rhythm change sections. The 1/6, I believe it is.
That is correct.
I still think it should be 1/8. That's another discussion.
Salt,
Yeah,
mapping drama in base CWC.
it is ranked. There's nothing we can do anymore. Unless somebody else maps one. That'd be interesting.
Are you setting yourself up
No. I'm
for
not taking out.
version 2?
You know, I'm gonna say, hey Crowley, map it. Okay. It's Crowley's job now.
Seasons 3 is Barrage of Flurries.
Season 3. Right here.
Here's another one of those rhythm and BPM switches.
Yeah, this part is
wouldn't
actually quite
kind of-
tricky.
Yeah, normally wouldn't be any kind of difficult to kind of negate some of these changes, but it's 1,200 combo into the map. The tiebreaker is always going to have our players at kind of maximum stress levels.
Very, very easy to find a miss right before that spinner right there. Coming into this section. Right here, I think is the first very hard part. These snaps right here.
That BPM increase is ridiculous.
Right there. Right. Yep. Going from those left rights into that one standstill is very hard to place that correctly. Then obviously we have very fast key eyes with these far cross screen jumps.
And just in case you didn't have your fill of anti-flow hyper dashing in the main pool, you get a little bit more of it thrown in here. And some of these are brutally strong 1/2 hyper chains. Definitely don't be fooled by the 81 BPM marker at the bottom there. Most of this map is, I think, 320 BPM in some sections. One of the fastest ranked maps in the game, at least as far as OSCatch is concerned. Approach rate of 9.7 to accompany it. An HP drain of 6. Doesn't engender kind of instant drops until you realize that because the BPM and the density is so high, if you miss one note, you're probably missing a lot more.
Here, this section is the hardest part of the map. Coming up right here. Just so brutal to catch all these. You even see Ken missing. Then it just gets a little bit harder right here too. All the way till the end. There's so many precise snaps. This is where most of the full combo runs fail. Then to close it out, a little bit calmer. Then you got the infamous very ending left-right section.
Once again, we've got some BPM shifting towards the end here, density just ramping up significantly. Streams coming in, hyper strength increasing.
You know, I just also realized something. I don't have to worry about practicing the tiebreaker this week because I already practiced it so many times. No more sight reading tiebreakers for me.
A lot of massive spinners at the end here. I don't think
Oh,
we'll be
yeah.
seeing any kind of spinner battles deciding it, but if we did, how high
I think
would
there
that
could be. There could definitely
You
be.
think there could be?
There's so many spins in this map. I think there's like, I don't even know. I think there's like 8 spins and they're all super long. Look at this spinner. It's like 20 seconds long. You can see some of the top spinner teams possibly beating out some of the worst spinner teams, probably by like 20,000 points, honestly.
Which might even be enough to overcome
Yeah.
1 or 2 misses.
That's like 1 or 2 misses, maybe even 3 misses, and that's huge.
So there you have it. It's been a breathless ride, but we've finally come to the end of the OSCatch World Cup 2019 semi-final stage. Only 8 teams remain in the tournament. China and South Korea contest next week's winners grand final. Oh, sorry, 6 teams remain. I do beg your
Yes.
pardon. Yes, China and South Korea contend next weekend's winners bracket final, and then your brothers in arms, the USA,
My
face
brothers.
Chile. France and Mexico, 2 teams that have looked super strong so far this World Cup, contest the other losers quarterfinal, I suppose. There we
And
go. We can
also-
see the bracket on screen now.
We'll also be having a
3.
matchup of the winner of Chile and USA versus the winner of France Mexico as well that weekend. If I'm correct, I believe
Yes,
I
we'll
am.
have 4 matches next weekend.
Yep.
3 in the losers bracket to decide the participants in the losers grand final, and then 1 winners bracket grand final. China and South Korea contesting that. The loser of that match drops down to the week 6 losers grand final. In the losers bracket, Chile and the USA, France and Mexico all fighting for 1 spot, 2 matches to go through, and they will contest 3rd place or a position in the grand final against the loser of China versus South Korea.
It's going to be some really intense matches. Probably even more intense than the USA-Hong Kong match that we just had, too. And that's saying something.
Well,
That
we've
one
seen
was-
Hong Kong involved in 2 intense matches already this weekend, beating Taiwan 7-5, but
Yeah.
then succumbing just at the end in that tiebreaker to your team. Philippines
be a
had
wild
2
weekend.
close matches of their own, winning 7-4, but then losing 5-7. You can see down at the bottom there.
What are your predictions for this upcoming week, JBH?
I would love to crown a new podium placer, either France or Mexico, in this year's World Cup. Obviously, Chile and USA have both been successful to varying degrees in previous World Cups, and I wish them, of course, the best of success again. But I predicted that France would be on the podium at the start, and they've looked pretty strong thus far. They had that 7-2 loss to South Korea, but compared to the remaining teams in the tournament, I think they just about have what it takes to rise above. I think... I wanted to say that USA had the advantage over Chile, but Chile looked like such a strong double-time team,
Did.
and that was not a strength of yours in your match against Hong Kong.
It definitely was not. We did not have a great time. But we got the break point on a double time pick at the very end. So that's something at least.
Exciting to see. I mean, my predictions from this week got completely destroyed. I'm nowhere near the top of the table anymore, I think.
Oh, that's
So
kinda
I will
sad.
leave it to the pros to
You know,
decide
I
their.
actually
their
forgot to
fate.
do my pick'ems.
Did you?
I forgot my pick'ems, yeah.
Oh
so
dear.
I'm not up there anymore with you. I'm down in the gutter with you now. Anyways, it seems like that'll be it from us coming to a close here.
It absolutely will. So, hope you have all enjoyed these fantastic 8 matches on stream for the Oscatch World Cup 2019 semi-finals. We got 4 more coming your way in the finals week. Next week, you have seen the map pool, you have seen the teams. Come and see them suffer once again in pursuit of fruit-catching glory. I have been JP Hyperion. Chicken Bible, you have been Chicken Bible.
Really? I think I've been Poultrygeist actually.
Poultrygeist, rename when?
Poultry Gospel too. I have many nicknames. Chicken Bibble.
Chicken
We're going to be
Bibble.
signing off here. Thank you guys for
Yes.
watching and as JB said, come back next week.
Yes, please do. We will welcome you all with open arms for more fruit-catching action. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you all again in the next week. Have a good one.
Buy a banner.